Alright, guys, let's do lesson 14 and 15. I think I'll just try and mix lesson 14 and 15. I'll consolidate them. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. After this one, I'll take a break and then do chores here and there. And then after that, I'll come back and shoot lesson 5. I am sure, I'm 100% sure today I'll be done with everything. So, next week on Monday, when they send us week 6, I can do it on time because I'm also done with my exams. Nothing will hold me back now, guys. I can do this thing full time now. And please go like my video on TikTok, the one I posted. Hopefully, hopefully I'll get that prize, that iPhone 16 prize.
But this is bad practice as far as programming, as far as coding goes. You don't leave anything to chance. You don't leave the programming language, the coding language to do things for you. The better practice would be to convert those numbers or those strings into numbers yourself before you do any mathematical operation on them. Otherwise, things can go horribly wrong with your code if you're leaving things to chance. Let's take an example. Let's assume I replaced the number 10 in there with the word 10, T-A-N.
T-A-N. Whoa.
Now it's great that JavaScript is actually doing the conversion for us. But this is bad practice as far as programming, as far as coding goes. You don't leave anything to chance. You don't leave the programming language, the coding language to do things for you. The better practice would be to convert those numbers or those strings into numbers yourself before you do any mathematical operation on them. Otherwise, things can go horribly wrong with your code if you're leaving things to chance. Let's take an example. Let's assume I replaced the number 10 in there with the word 10, T-E-N. Let's save this and refresh in our browser. See what you get? You're getting a N-A-N. This means
Control S. Okay.
Not a number. You're getting this ugly error message. Now, the last thing you want is when the user is trying to input some text in your app and they're getting this ugly feedback like this. So this is you taking control of the situation. And how do we do that? Simple. Before we do this operation or any mathematical operation, we convert the strings into numbers. Now let's see how we do that. We're going to make a function and we're going to call it string to number. Alright, and this function will receive a parameter. We'll just call it text. Right, what does this guy do? This guy will take in the text and convert it into a number. So this is how it's done. Let's return this. Parse int text. Simple as that. What does this do? It takes that text. The parseInt function is a standard built-in Java function that takes text and converts it into it takes text and it converts it into a number. Alright? Now what we'll do is we'll create two more variables. It's not strictly necessary to do this, but I'm doing this for simplicity. String to number, text 1. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. We're creating a new num1, and we are assigning it this value. What value is that? We're converting text1 into a number, and we're assigning that into num1. So in this case, the value 10 will be stored in num1. Remember, we're calling our function here string to number, which is converting the string to a number. And then we'll do the same for text2. String to number, text2. All right, and then in our operation, we'll simply use num1 and num2. How's that? All right, let's see if our code actually works. Back in the browser, we refresh.
I need to get a mouse. Yo, alright guys.
And there we have it. It actually works. Now let's convert this into the plus sign and see what happens. So 10 plus 2, we're expecting a 12.
Control S, don't forget to save. Okay, we have a 12. It's working.
And there we go. It's a 12. So this is very simple and basic number operations. You've got two numbers here, the number 10 and the number 2. There's no confusion as far as the strings goes.
Okay, let's do lesson 15 now, and then we will be done with week 4. And then after this, I'll just take a quick break. And then I'll be back, guys. And also, I will do lesson 15 in one sitting because I'm behind.
Now, what will happen if we change this guy to the word 10 like we did before? Guy.
Okay, let's change this 10 to 10. Control S. Let's go check if the browser would allow this. NA, okay, not enough.
To the word 10 like we did before. There we go. We've got that ugly NAN
Okay,
that's displaying. Now the difference with this scenario is that we have full control over what gets displayed to the user. Now we can do this by checking exactly what kind of values come back from the string to number function. And we can do this using an if statement. So let's put in our if statement right there. Okay, so we've got if. And in
okay, we'll put our if statement right here. Wait. Yeah, right here.
inside there, we're going to check if num1 is a number. Now to check if a value is a number, we use the JavaScript function called isNaN. Actually, this does the exact opposite. It checks if it's not a number. So if is not a number, num1, or for O we use the pipe, the symbol called a pipe, which is typically shift and backspace on your keyboard. So we use a double pipe. So if is not a number, num1, or
outside the
is not a number,
two times
num2. Now let's pause and look at this statement and try and figure out what's going on here.
And me, on my side, literally, I'll pause to just finish typing. Okay, let's open a bracket. 2.
Yep. What we are saying is, if num1 or num2 are not numbers, if they're invalid values, if they are values that we can't do mathematical operations on, then do something. What will we do? We'll get JavaScript to output a friendly message to the user. So we'll target our output text string again. Output text paragraph. And we'll set its inner HTML to some value. You have not
to do. Okay.
Please try again. Alright, this is so much better.
Okay, here we will type our document dot get element, open bracket, don't forget the colons or we will get an error. Output text, full stop, in HTML equal brackets, you have not entered a valid number, full stop, please try again.
Then NaN, a simple meaningless NaN.
In the outside there we will put our semicolon.
Okay, so if it's not a number, if either of these values is not a number, then output this text.
And let's say,
and if both are numbers, what will happen? So we put in else. Else means else if both are numbers.
Okay, here let's put else shift to this. I think we're gonna say enter, right?
Then we will include this statement. So let's take the statement, cut it,
and then we will include the statement. He said we will cut a statement here on this string. Okay, wait, I'm trying to select. The problem is my mouse, the sensitivity of my mouse is so slow when I'm charging my laptop, and I have to charge it. Okay, we will include this string. Let's cut it. Yes, we did cut.
Paste it inside of the else. Let's kill this extra unwanted line here, and there we go. Now let's take a look at the statement very carefully.
Wait.
Else if both are numbers, then we will include this statement. So let's take the statement, cut it, and paste it inside of the else. Let's kill this extra unwanted line here.
Okay, and let's remove this line here.
And there we go. Now let's take a look at the statement very carefully. What we are doing is, after we've converted num1 and num2 to numbers, we're doing a check. We're checking if num1 or num2 are not numbers, then simply give the user a friendly message to say that either of these are not numbers, you have not entered a valid number, please try again. But if they both are numbers, then it will do the mathematical operation right there. Let's save this and test it in our browser. Okay, so back in the browser, we're getting this message. You have not entered a valid number, please try again. Okay, why are we getting this? Let's look at our code again. Looking at the code, you can see we've got the digit, the word 10 rather than the digits 10. So let's put it as a normal 10 now. Refresh.
Control S, let's save. Then let's go refresh. Got it.
And we're getting ourselves a 12. Let's try a couple of other mathematical operations. That's fine. 10 times 2 is 2.
Okay. Shift and then save.
And let's try division.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Sorry about that. Division.
And there we go. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5.
Okay, that's it guys for the last two lessons, because this was lesson 14 and 15 and I will gladly post it. Please don't forget to subscribe. I know you guys are lazy to like. Just hit the subscribe button, so if I post in the near future, even when we are done with the FMD thing, I'll continue with my tech journey, so don't miss anything out guys. I will see you after this short chore break of like doing everything here, and then we will do week 5 together, especially for those who are behind too.